This is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you. I swore I wasn't gonna play this game, but certain individuals who remain nameless like to see me suffer. So, here's Streets of Rage 3. Now, you might ask yourself, Sega already made the perfect beat-em-up game with Streets of Rage 2. How are you going to top it? Well, for one, a crazy plot about bombs and robots and shit. It's good. Axel, I've learned from Dr. Zen, Syndicate's back. We're going to take over the city, replacing top officials with robots under control of Mr. X. Mr. X, how could you? I already made that joke. Earl Boss, Chief of Police, has disappeared, and everybody in the city is preoccupied with the recent spate of bomb explosions. I feel that the... when exactly in the continuity does this letter take place? I don't get it, because there's a cutscene where the chief gets kidnapped, and you know what? I ain't even gonna question it. This game is famous for two things: a spastic techno soundtrack, far removed from the funky jazz that was prevalent in Yuzo Koshira's work in the first two Streets of Rage games, and being incredible fuck hard. So we've got Axel, played by Owen Wilson, and we got Blaze, who I think in her game sprite she looks like Kimberly from Power Rangers, and I think Axel looks a bit more like Harry Dean Stanton in his game sprite, but we'll examine all the things that Streets of Rage 3 changes as we go along, and get to them in kind. If we take a glance at our options here, we can adjust the difficulty. Only 3 difficulty levels this time. Lives we can bump to 5, but you know what? I hate myself, so I'm going to keep it on the default 3. And let's get this fuck heap on the road. So this time Axel has the highest power stat. Blaze still pretty balanced. I'm not sure what that technique deal is all about. Skate, who I'm not going to use, and Cyborg Ming the Merciless here. Alright, so you know what, I gotta say, we're going with Blaze again. Not just because she's my waifu, I mean the best character, but there's a part where I absolutely have to use her, and it's relatively early in the game. So, here's one new thing they added: cutscenes that have no bearing on the punching of fools, really. Well, Dr. Zen was right about the bomb. Maybe he's right about the robots. But I doubt it. Well, Chaz, stop trying to take control. Get a lead from the punks. Well, yeah, let's bash their faces in, and then, you know what? I think they just enjoy bashing punks' faces in. Yes, there's no time to waste. So, stage starto! Alright. Gotta get the hidden extend to begin with, and the... some hidden points here, too. There they are. First thing you'll notice, besides the music, is that meter up at the top there. And that meter is... Cyndi Lauper will stop attacking me. The meter is your desperation move meter, and so when that thing says OK, you can use your desperation moves without wasting any life. Second thing you'll notice is that you can dash now, as opposed to only Skate being able to dash in Streets of Rage 2. Now everybody can, and you can also do a dodge roll, which is helpful. So let's get this fucker on the road. I don't care much for your flowing locks, and what's up with this guy's Bruce Dickinson pants? Those guys are fuckers, because they love to grab you from behind a lot. The pace of this game is a lot faster than 2, I must say. Also, they changed the voice samples, so now she says parachute or something instead of... Go the fuck. These Zach guys are fuckers. Our good friends Garcia and Donovan are back, of course. Give me that apple. But now, much of whining has been made about the music in this game, so, but I posit to you, just listen to this track and tell me, is it really that bad? Well, we've only just gotten started, so we'll see how the rest of the soundtrack stacks up. Another thing that changed, weapons now have a life meter. So the amount of times you drop them doesn't determine how long they last, it's how much you use them. However, fuck a Garcia with a knife, no one likes you. Another thing they also added to weapons is that you have weapon supers. So with certain characters, if you use the weapon in your double tap attack or the desperation move, tell me I already used up that knife. Where did it go? Oh well. You can perform little special maneuvers. If you use them with the super command, I don't think they take away life from you. I mean, of course they're going to run out after a while. New enemy here, these overweight guys with guns. They can also throw you, that's not cool. And yes, I am playing the North American version of this game. I don't care about sluttier costumes on the whip hookers or fighting Mr. Slave or anything like that. Because, you know, how would we read all this important backstory? Body slamming or throwing the fat guys, again, hurts you. Blaze has got a ridiculous... Ouch. And they can do this stupid roll, too. Blaze can do this shit with a sword. It looks pretty hilarious. I better watch my fucking life here. Fucking fire-breathing bitch. Oh, you can... Back on the screen. Obviously some weapons have longer life bars than others. They also brought back baseball bats, and they also added a 2x4, which I think is essentially the same as the baseball bat. Now, you want to try to kill as many of these optional enemies as possible. Not just for extend points, but for another reason, which I'll get to. Probably not in this video. Probably we're not going to see it until later. And since I'm wasting time on all this story shit, probably going to be one level in an episode here. Oh, hold on. Seamless edit. Haha. Had to put fabric softener in the wash. I'm hitting the wrong button here. Stupid Sega Genesis. Alright. Again, taking out these guys is something you want to do, so. And not only for the fact that they'll hit you, but because you need to get the mic in front of my face, that might be helpful. Yeah, as you'll see, it's like when the super meter fills up, I'm going to be using the fucking fireball a lot. Again, this music, a lot like the music from the first area. Is it great? Is it horrible? It's certainly different. I mean, much Bollywood soundtrack. I guess everybody was expecting Streets of Rage 2 2.0. The remix! So already we've seen new enemy types, but it uses a lot of the same ones too. That's okay though. I swear everything that they do to you takes up way more life than it did in the last game, and everything you do is a lot weaker. Axel's Grand Upper is no longer a full murderer like it was. It doesn't just totally drain everybody's life. But the simple act of grabbing people and not even necessarily landing a blow a lot of the times does damage, which is weird. It didn't that time, probably because his health was so low. Alright, I'm going to try to save the turkey and not die. Our good friend Shiva driving the boat. It would be Mr. Slave if this were the Japanese version, but I'm not going to fool with that. I might as well get that now. Ah, fuck. Also a nice graphical touch, how the sun's going back and down in the background there. And, jeez. They also brought back the, enemy's fucking warp speed movement from Streets of Rage 1. the sun and the end. Alright, last part of the stage. And I defy you to tell me this music is bad. It's actually quite good. Now we're gonna hoop it up. Kitty in the trash can. Ah, it's so cute, fuck! I'm being a timid wiener on purpose here because I don't want all these fools coming at me at once. Fuck out here. Throwing's still super effective, of course. And they make the fucking kitty come out. That's just so cute. I love it. Alright, yeah, whip hookers here are not in their lingerie like they are in, I believe, the Japanese version. They're in Daisy Dukes. Or, well, not Daisy Dukes, but they look like Daisy Duke. I don't know what I'm talking about. And they brought back the freaking cower to the ground thing that they do, so, alright, boss time, bitches, and it's Shiva, okay. Looks like he aged about 30 years since we last fought him. And they changed his voice sample so he doesn't say the awesome Spiral Crash! That's alright. Shiva is easy, and here's why. Yeah, so just keep him on screen enough to do that shit to him, and he will pose you no threat. Ah, fuck. You gotta knock him down once first, though. I gotta get the food. Oh, that was an awesome use of the dodge roll. Son of a bitch. You can employ a similar strategy to him in Streets of Rage 2, but he was a bit, well, if not faster, he was a bit harder to deal with, because, I mean, you know, you were slower too in that game, obviously. Fuck. Alright, I got the rank up, so I guess I can, well, show you that. So yeah, basically it super jacks up your double tap move. And that's stage 1. I think I'll show you the cutscene before I call this one a recording. I'll probably just go straight on to the next stage, but this will be one episode. No one told him a thing. About what? About Shiva being back? I don't understand half this dialogue. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, as you can see, really important cutscene. Alright, video out.